So some people who are living abroad, whether it's in South Korea or China or Thailand, might want to know, should I get a puppy? Should I get an adorable, loving, sweet-faced little puppy or any other said animal, such as a turtle, a fish, or a cat? Well, what I would say is if you are only in your first couple of months being abroad, or your first week, or I would not, because I think that animals are a big responsibility, and I think that you do not know if you want to stay in your home country yet, and I think it's really unfair to get an animal and do something awful. Like, I've seen people literally let their animals out in the middle of traffic. Like, I get you want to ditch your dog, but dude, like, you might as well throw it out of a building. Like, you might as well go to the, 25th floor and throw it out a window if you're gonna, literally ditch your dog at the middle of a red light. Like, half the time those dogs end up getting smushed. Sometimes someone saves them and they end up in a shelter. But, seriously, dude, just throw it out the 25th floor if you're gonna let your dog go in the middle of traffic. And if you're gonna let your dog go, can't you be humane and give it a fighting chance and take it to a mountain or the countryside or something, so that's the thing is animals are a responsibility, and you need to know that you're going to be committed to them because they need a lot, and they're so it's not for you to just get for a week or 2 weeks or even 2 months. So if it's your first year, I recommend waiting. If you're in year 2, year 3, then I think you can consider getting a pet because you know you're going to be there long term, and so you want more stability and more groundedness, and I think that's fine. That you want more stability and more groundedness. Max, come here. So this is my dog Max, and I've had turtles before. I had turtles in China. That was a big mistake. This is my first pet. Now I've only been in South Korea for 4 months. And so some of you might be like, well, you're breaking your rule. You're breaking your rule. Well, not really, because I know that I'm going to be in South Korea for a little while, and I also know what it's like to be abroad. I know I'm not going back to America anytime soon, and I know the challenges of getting a dog. Like for instance, okay, I knew he wasn't going to be all fun in games, but I was not expecting him to poop as much as he does. I know he's just a little puppy, but seriously, this guy has pooped 12 different poop piles in less than 24 hours. Pretty big for puppy poop. And some of it's been consistently solid, so easy to pick up, but some's been pretty gross and diarrhea-y textured. So if you have short patience, if you have thin patience, I do not recommend getting a dog because puppies are gonna pee and poop. Like I just brought him home. He's not house trained. He's not house trained. That's the bottom line. Okay, and so let me tell you about some of my concerns, because you might have some concerns about bringing home your furry friend. I live in an apartment. Okay, I'll show you this is my studio kitchen, and my bedroom is here and I don't let him in it, and my bathroom is over here. Oh, this shows the outdoor. My bathroom is here and I don't let him in it. And so he gets a decent amount of space for the size he's in. And obviously I'm going to take him out on walks and stuff and try to socialize him. Maybe occasionally send him to a friend for the weekend. But so some of the things I was concerned about is leaving him alone, because I'm definitely going to be at work for 10 hours a day. To be honest, I'll probably be gone 10 hours a day. So everyone says if you work that amount of time, you shouldn't get a dog. So then, pretty much the only people who should technically own a dog are retired people or stay-at-home housewives. But I don't think people follow those rules. So I started thinking, there's, the conditions I have to offer this puppy are not perfect. But then I was thinking about my own life. I was like, it's not like I have perfect conditions. I was like, do you think I want to be at work all day? I like this isn't my dream job. This isn't my dream salary. This isn't my dream apartment. This isn't my dream city. So then I was like Max is a dog. Why should Max have a perfect life when I don't have a perfect life? So like one thing is like when people when people have kids, they say, oh, there's never the perfect time to have kids. Well, there's never the perfect time to have kids. There's never the perfect time to have a puppy. There's never a perfect time to fall in love. There's never a perfect time to follow your dreams. So that's one thing like I really learned about this situation is like my own life isn't perfect. Why should Max's life be perfect? So if you want a dog but you're thinking like, oh, my apartment is too small, or oh, he's gonna need the country. Well, guess what? If the dog is already in the city, whether someone is breeding them in the city or there's a dog shop in the city, someone in the city has to buy the dog or the dog has no chance at a life. So like yeah, like his breed is a husky. Like part of me is like he belongs in Alaska with the snow. What kind of life is he gonna have in the city? But then I realized like as soon as I brought Max home is Max is gonna be raised in the city, so Max is gonna be fine in the city. He doesn't need a sled and a bunch of snow because he's never known that. Max is a city dog. He takes the elevators. He rides the buses. He tries not to get hit by cars. Okay, that's Max's life. He's not Balto. Okay, like so that's another thing is like you might have watched like some golden retriever movie or like you know there's a lot of dog movies. And you know where they have this like perfect dog life and they're saving people and like but your dog is not a movie dog character. He's not gonna have a perfect life, you know, like okay and also so I thought I was gonna feel bad leaving Max alone right when I leave. I don't feel bad at all because like I like it's not that I care less about Max now that I actually own him. It's just like I was thinking way too hard about owning a dog. Like I was like, he's gonna really need me. Like you know, but I guess it's like when you first have a baby, like you're overly worried, and then you just are like, F it, and you just leave your kid like you know like and then people are like, that's a bad mom, but they don't know, right? Like they don't know your kid's struggles, like they don't know your dog's struggles, you know. Like, but, like, basically, you realize Max is just a little poop bag, fur bag, biter, disgusting, and you just, then you're like, you don't feel bad for leaving him at home for 10 hours, and then you realize, and Max is lazy, because he's been in a cage his whole life, so he doesn't like to walk too much. Like, I can show you the videos, and also he's a puppy, so he doesn't need that much exercise right now, but I'm sure he's gonna get stronger and want to go outside more. But right now, the apartment is fine. And no, like, and like you know, like so you don't. What I learned is like you don't need to worry too much about your dog. Now, dogs are a lot of responsibilities. Let me tell you, the smell. He's only been here for one day. He made this little apartment stink so bad. Okay, so like yes, you are gonna have to feed him. Yes, you are gonna have to clean up his poop, especially when he first comes home, maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day. You are going to have to take him for walks. You are going to have to brush his fur. And he is going to need some of your attention and love. So he is a big responsibility. But what I would say is if you want to get a dog and you've been living abroad for at least a year, go ahead and do it. Because, like, especially if they're coming from a shelter or a cage, you can at least try. I would say you can at least try because their fates are not that good. Like, one of the reasons I got Max is because I felt bad for him is because, like, he's 4 months old, and at 8 months old, they pretty much send him to a meat market out here, you know, like, honestly, no one was really going to take Max, and it's not because he's not cute, it's just, like, in South Korea where I am now, they like really little dogs, and like, Max is, like, the maximum size for what people want as dogs, as, this 4-month puppy, and he's gonna get much bigger. He's gonna get much bigger. So he's not people's ideal puppy, is the thing. But anyways, he's my puppy, and we're growing together. Okay, bye. I say if you want to get a puppy, just go ahead and do it. And worst comes to worst, try to give the dog to a friend. Try to sell it to somebody. Usually if people, you know, like I don't like the idea of always having to buy puppies. But the truth is usually if someone has to pay for something, they're more likely to take responsibility for it than if it's free, you know. So like honestly, like if you get a dog, Like, try to sell it, because because someone who's willing to pay a little bit of money for it, even if it's just like $50, is probably going to be a much better owner than someone who gets it for free. So try to sell it, not for something like heinous, because the thing is it's going to be an old animal. It's not going to be new. So be realistic with the price. Like, I think $50 is a good price. Because $50 is cheap. And anyways, this isn't really about how to sell your dog. Maybe I'll make a video about that. This is, if you want a dog, just go ahead and get one. I'm out.